Yeah, it's a sad day, folks. I mean, I think every car guy can understand, you know, going through what we're going through right now. It's sad, but we'll get through it. Putting our cars away in storage. The gang's all here at our top secret storage location. Unfortunately, they salt the hell out of the roads and winter gets pretty crappy in Buffalo. So if you don't got enough room at your house, you got to put your toys away. So putting our babies away. Had a good little rip ski on the way over here. Pound on them a little before you put them away. It's a sad day, Chris.
I'm not looking forward to this.
No.
It will be one less thing to stress over because I have been stressing this.
Yeah.
And wait, I have successfully made it the entire rest of the season without buying a new roof.
His roof flew off. He didn't latch it down, so
I made it all year.
yeah, this sucks, but it is what it is. We'll get through it, guys. We'll come together. It is what it is. Got them all snug as a rug in here. Now to cover this one up. And we're all ready to go, man. Yee yee! Pulled our winter toys out. We'll take a closer look at them, guys. I'm going to try to fire them up, see what they do. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Traded in our summer toys for our winter toys. Mine took about 16 pulls. We pushed his button, it fired right up. We got the 1200 and just a little 600 I picked up like 3 years ago. What's up, YouTubers? Going on a really cool little adventure. Me and Chris gonna go check out Niagara drag strip. Really looking forward to this. It's an old drag strip. They closed, I believe, in 1976. They ran from the late 60s. And it's a track that's near and dear to my heart because a lot of big names and a lot of like amazing history happened at this track. You know, the pinnacle of muscle car era on hot rodding, you know, late 60s and 70s. That track was alive and well and striving. So we're going to go there, see what we can find. So let's take a look. I love the local Buffalo history of drag racing. This right here, believe it or not, was a drag strip, Niagara drag strip. It closed in 1976. That's Chris. He's not important. But the airport base right next door is still active. But I mean, it's pretty overgrown. There's nothing really you can look at. There is the tower that we will go back and take a look at. But I mean, everything's just really overgrown. I am taking a piece of this as a piece of memorabilia from the drag strip. All right, guys, you walk back in here. And on top of this actually set the tower where the announcers and everything would be so they could see down the track. There used to be grandstands all up and down both sides. But someone has come back here and repainted it for old time's sake, which I think is pretty cool. But you go inside and there's nothing. Just some graffiti, beer cans, kids find their way in and party. I don't blame them. As you can tell, someone did repaint it, but looks like an old bumper. An old gas tank. Who knows if this is just people dumping stuff here the last 30 years. An old fender. Or if this is stuff that was just left by the timing tower when they packed up and called it quits. Niagara Falls, they just couldn't really work with them anymore. They regulated them out of business. They just couldn't do this, couldn't do that. And it became tough for the owner to make money here. So unfortunately, it was business and he had to pack up. But it is what it is. Now, like I said, it might have just been someone dumping garbage, but there is an old fender here, all busted up and kicked in. Let's see what it is. I don't know what that would be off of.
2013 Ford Fusion?
No, I'm thinking it's a little bit earlier than that. But that is cool. I doubt that there'd be anything left cool here because every hot rodder knows about this place. It's just getting back here and not getting bothered is the issue. But I am going to keep digging. There is like white pieces of wood. But you know what? You got to envision people snuck back here and dump stuff over here. So we'll keep digging. All right, if you come back out this way, the back of the tower, old pallets. I mean, I'm a nerd, so I was digging through the over here, and you can find like white pieces of wood that might have been the sides of the tower, might have been pieces of signs, but nothing really whole, nothing really cool, nothing worth taking. So I'm gonna weave my way through here and get back to this path that I see. All right, here's the path. Still paved. Looks like it goes all the way down, so I bet this went behind the bleachers. So we'll walk this. Doubt I'll find anything cool, but hey, you gotta look. I already got my piece of pavement that has a little bit of yellow painting on it, so that's cool. So let's see if I find any goodies here at Niagara Drag Strip. A lot of history here, folks, with Don Snake Perdome, TV Tommy Ivo, Don Garlitz. I mean, the list goes on and on. Grumpy Jenkins, Sox and Martin. I mean, it goes on and on. Digging through the woods over here and over there. Oh my God, that's Chris. Very cool, not much left, very overgrown, but keep exploring a little bit. Don't know if this is actually from the drag strip or not, but I'm gonna film it anyways. Getting ready to head out, guys. All right, guys, heading back from the drag strip now. Probably put my hat back on. Pretty cool. I grabbed a cinder block. She's on 26, so we're gonna have that in Buffalo. Just left the drag strip, did find a couple cool little treasures. Nothing that I know could have been there from the track. I did find an orange little cone. That fender was cool. I don't know who would have just dumped the fender there so you could scrap it, so that's probably from the drag strip. But pretty neat. I did grab a cinder block from the tower that's painted white. I'm gonna have Dean Johnson sign it. He's the guy that used to own the track, so that's gonna be neat. Checking out these old abandoned drag strips. A lot of these small-time drag strips have closed down. And unfortunately, I mean, those little drag strips are the ones that have the history and they have all the big things that happened to them in the 60s and 70s, man. That was like the height of muscle cars and hot rodding in the US, so that's like the iconic era. But speaking of drag strips and racetracks being abandoned and closing down, me and Chris know that our time here in Buffalo in November is pretty much done filming car shenanigans and a lot of that cool stuff. So we're gonna go on a little vacation to Bradenton, Florida. And there's a racetrack there. I think you might have heard of it. It's called the Freedom Factory now, but that was once an abandoned track, and it's owned by a YouTuber, Cletus McFarland. I don't know if you've heard of any of these people or heard of that track, but we're gonna go down there for an event called Cletus and Cars, and we're gonna film it. From our point of view, what it's like to go to that event. We're gonna check it out, check out all the toys, all the cool cars that he has. And of course, when we get down there, we're gonna wanna rent a cool car.
We are. We're gonna want like a Mitsubishi Mirage, a Nissan Versa,
a Hyundai Sonata maybe would be dope.
A Sonata, or a Focus. I'll settle for a Focus if I have to.
You know we're gonna rent something cool. We're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna make the most out of this trip. So like and subscribe, guys. Thank you. We're blowing away people with the likes and everything, and the subscriptions. It blows me away. That's what I meant by that. So very cool. Keep it up, guys. Thank you.